think I know what this is gonna be. Something I've been waiting for a very long time. I hope at least it's gonna be what I hope it is. Okay, it's from Skatteverket. Let's see. Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous to open this letter. Okay, let's do this. Yay! It is my personnummer. Now I'm finally officially registered in Sweden. Oh my god. I've been waiting so long for this moment. Like, so long. Because I remember back in the days when I studied in Örebro, more in the south of Sweden, my program was only 1 year long, so you're not allowed to be to get your personnummer, because that's only for people that study or live there for over a year. So I could never get it back then. And now I am. Oh my god, this opens so many doors. I'm so happy. Yay! So I finally received my person number here in Sweden from the Swedish tax authorities called Skatteverket. And this is basically a personal number that each person that registers here in Sweden gets. And trust me if I tell you that life without is very difficult, because you basically need it everywhere. Like, no matter what you do, you will be asked for your personnummer. And life is very difficult without. Like, for instance, when I had just bought a house and I wanted to just compare some of the house insurances for the house. Do you think I could see any prices? No, I had to enter my personnummer every time. And I was like, well, I don't have one. How do I see prices for all the different house insurances? And I just couldn't. And then it's very complicated. So trust me, this is a very big step. And in order to get this number, you basically have to register with the tax authorities, but you can only do this if you have like your main residency here and if you're planning to stay here for over a year. So that's also why I could not do it up until now, because of my German work contract that I had until the end of 2024, and since my main residency was based in Germany, so I couldn't do it, but now I finally could. So I got all of this rolling, because I knew I need this number. Like, if there's one thing I need in life, it's this number. And if you come from an EU country, I would say the process is pretty straightforward, more or less, to apply for it. So when registering, you basically need to show a proof of your passport from your country, then where you're going to live. So yeah, show your address of the house or the apartment where you will be, and then either have a work contract or like an admission letter of university, or if you're going to study here. I think those two are probably the easiest. I think if you have like a work contract, that's usually, you know, the easiest and quickest way to do it. And alternatively, you can also prove that you can live here on your own funds, so that basically you can support yourself. So at the moment, in 2025, this is 150,000 Swedish krona per person. So that's like 12 to 13,000 euros, more or less. I'm not sure how the regulations are if you come from a country outside of Europe. I think then you just need to look this up yourself on the website of Skatteverket. But from within the EU, it's not. I would say it's not too difficult. So I did this to come on my own funds, and basically the whole process now took around 4 weeks, more or less. But now I finally got my number, and I'm so happy and relieved. It will open so many doors. But yeah, what's next? So next up, I will first of all apply for a Swedish ID card here. Then I will also try to open a bank account. This should be easier now that I have the number, because before that I could not do that, unfortunately. And then with the bank account I can also apply for the bank ID and finally get Swish. So this is basically the Swedish version of PayPal, and trust me, life without like Swish and bank ID is also extremely difficult, because for instance, every time you want to log in somewhere or you need to identify yourself online, you always need bank ID. So in very many occasions you cannot do this if you don't have this, and then you either have to contact the customer support or you just simply cannot do it. So it's very frustrating sometimes. And with Swish, in a lot of smaller shops, they basically only accept Swish, which is difficult if you want to buy something and you cannot pay for it, because often they also they don't accept credit cards there, or they may also not take cash. So it's only Swish, but you cannot have this as a foreigner, or like if you don't have the Personnummer and the bank ID. So I'm very happy when I finally have this. I've been in so many situations where I wanted to buy something, you know, also sometimes when it's on the side of the road, someone put out something cute, handmade, and I wanted to buy it and I couldn't because I couldn't transfer money. So it is going to make life a little bit easier now. I hope. And then next to like the ID and the bank ID, etc., I will also have to import my car to Sweden and basically start the whole process there. So that also kind of consists of 2 parts. So you need to send in all your documents, so they will kind of check the previous ownership of the car and where it came from, basically. And then you have to go through like a checkup of the car. So this will probably also take several weeks, if not months. I think what I read, it's like on average it takes like 3 to 4 months. So it will take a little while. So during this time when I send it in, I cannot use this car, which will be a bit annoying, but well, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I would say those are probably the next things on my to-do list that I hope to finalize within the next couple of weeks. So yeah, just have to get a bit organized around there and get all the documents, etc. together. But yeah, this will basically be what I have to do now as the next steps of my immigration process. And other than all the immigration updates that are happening now, I also just wanted to give a little bit of a general update about life and what I'm currently doing. So now it's been 4 weeks, basically, that I'm here in Sweden full time. And I know also a lot of you have asked questions like, what am I doing work-wise, what is my plan to find a job here, etc. So I thought I could also just say a couple of words about this. So initially my idea was to come here and kind of take like January off work, of everything, you know, to just arrive, get the organizational things rolling, etc. So this is exactly, this is what I've done in the past couple of weeks. I've taken things very slowly, like doing a lot of thinking, doing, as I said, all the organizational things, but it's also a lot of waiting time always, because nothing works out the way you want it to be. But yeah, I've also thought a lot about like my work situation and what I want to do, because one thing I've definitely noticed, just for background, maybe I quit my job in Germany, and I finished in the end of December in 2024. So at the moment I'm unemployed in Sweden. But yeah, so basically what I definitely have noticed over the past year and a half is that I do not want to work remotely again for another corporate, work another corporate job where I'm basically just in home office all the time and sit in front of my computer, never see people, because I could really feel how this was kind of draining my energy, and I just didn't really, I didn't really feel so motivated anymore, at least not like towards the end. And I could really feel that like every time also I would go to the office and I would see people, that I really found this like really energizing, and it made me super happy. So I've definitely figured I do not want to do this, and if I have to do another like full-time job, where I have to go to the office or something, I want to go to the office, or I want to be close by to an office where I could do that. So that would be, well, ideally, I can decide for myself. If, let's say, I go 3 days to the office, 2 days I stay at home and work from home, that would be the ideal scenario. But that at least I have the possibility to actually see people and see my colleagues. But yeah, then I've also been thinking, do I want to have another office job or like another normal corporate job? And I think what I will do now is I'm going to set myself a deadline. I haven't decided yet how long this deadline will be, but maybe 6 months, 7 months or something. And I will try to put all my energy into, doing more like content creation and just trying to explore this path a little more for myself and see where it could maybe lead me. And see if it is something that could make me a little bit of money that I could live off. If I realize it does not, then, I can always go and do something different and try to find a job like around in the area. But I think for now, I would really like to do this and just be, kind of be my own boss, decide what I want to do and when, and just explore this option a little more, like set up my own little company maybe, and see where it leads me. Because if I don't try, I will never know, right? So I think that's the plan. And should that not work out and I realize, okay, this, is better to just remain a hobby or something, my idea would be to maybe do some retraining that the city is offering, because they are in need of a lot of people, especially in handyman professions, or things like within childcare, within teaching, etc. And I could also really see myself going into that direction and just maybe seize the opportunity and retrain for one of those professions that are really needed here. Because if I want to do another job, then I want it to be something useful, where I can also like help people and as I said, do something useful. So that would be the idea. But I think for now my plan is to just explore this path and see where it leads me, and hopefully I will like where it leads me. But that's basically the idea for now. yeah, and I will also have to see, of course, if I realize, okay, I'm doing this, it will not bring me any money, and I do like my savings are vaporizing. Well, then like you can always change plans, right? And if you want to find something, you can always find something. So I'm not too concerned about this. I think it will be okay. But yeah, I'll keep you updated how things go. Yeah, that's the plan for now, at least. I must admit though, what I actually found the hardest in the past couple of weeks was to find like a normal routine, like an everyday routine for me. I'm not used to waking up in the morning and not having anything, like not having anything to do, because usually, you have a specific time when you work, like when you have to get up and need to start work, etc. And now that I didn't have this over the past couple of weeks, it's like the days have never passed faster and slower at once. When you look back at the day and you're like, what have I even done today, And like after a while, I was just getting a bit restless and frustrated with this. And this was only like for 4 weeks now, but I'm not a big fan of doing nothing. So it was a little bit challenging for sure to now kind of bring a little bit of structure into my day when I don't really need to do anything at a specific time, you know what I mean? So I would say this was actually my biggest challenge in the past couple of weeks, just to get my life a bit organized. But I think now I found a sort of good routine. I hope, at least for now, it's working. So we'll see how this develops now also in the next couple of weeks. And other than this, I am super happy. I'm doing really, really fine. It's just so nice to finally have like this feeling that, I'm finally like fully arriving here, that I know all my stuff is here. I'm finally settled, and now everything is slowly rolling, because it was a little bit, I would say a little bit draining in the past, to know that you're always living between like 2 places, and you always, you're never really fully present in one place. So now it's really nice to just be in one place and like embrace life here. So looking forward to the next weeks here. And we also have a very beautiful winter at the moment, and sunshine and loads of snow, and I think in the next couple of weeks I'll definitely make the most out of this and take advantage of like going outside as much as I can. That's also the good part if you don't have like a normal office full-time job, is that I can just do this in the middle of the day and go outside. So I think that's actually what I'll do now as well. Okay. Wish you all a happy Sunday or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.